Yo, yo. Hey, guys, welcome back to the Best Practices Show podcast. My name is Kirk Behrendt, and I have the pleasure of bringing you great people in dentistry doing amazing things, making a huge impact in the world. And I found somebody super special. Now, it's not the first time she's been invited to the ACT Dental community. We've known about her for a long time. But Sonya Dunbar, the Geriatric Toothfairy, has an amazing story, and she's making a huge impact in the world. And she's saving our seniors. I want you to hear her story, and I want you to listen to this episode and meet one very special person. So hope you enjoy it. We'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the Best Practices Show podcast. My name is Kirk Behrendt, and you know what? I love this. I love doing this, and my job here in this podcast is to bring you some really cool people that are making a big difference in the world, and today we're going to do exactly that. I have Sonya Dunbar on today, who is an amazing person with an amazing story, and I'm going to let you learn about her, but she's got a special place in her heart for taking care of a group of people that aren't often well cared for in dentistry. And you guys do it so well. So Sonya, thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me, Kurt. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's all mine. And you're a talker and I'm a talker. We could talk all day, I think.
Yes.
We're just going to hang out. Now, your story is a special one. I want people to know who you are first. So who are you, Sonya? Where are you at in the United States, and who are you and what do you do?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your podcast. Thank you for what you do, just bringing the best of dentistry out so people can know what's going on in our community. And we need awesome podcasts like this. So thank you for doing this. Thank you for having me. And thank you for making it seem so fun.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Maybe we could get together and just wrap up on Friday. We'll call it the Friday wrap up. What do you think?
There you
go. How was your week? I don't know. How was your week? What happened?
How was your week?
Yeah.
No, I'm located in Jacksonville, Florida. My husband and I, we moved here. We were military, and when we retired, we decided to stay here. My journey, being the geriatric tooth fairy, started years ago with my grandmother. And I'm known as a geriatric tooth fairy because my grandmother helped raise me. And I always promised her that I would take care of her. But when she became ill, she became diabetic, congestive heart failure. She ended up losing a leg. And so I didn't have a choice but to put her in a nursing home. But I was there every morning and every night, making sure everything was okay. My grandmother had an upper denture and lower teeth. And I noticed that the CNAs in the nursing home weren't even taking out her denture, let alone brushing her teeth. So of course I didn't care because I was there every morning and every night. So I did it. But one day when I was in her room, her roommate said, "Sweetie, can you brush my teeth? They don't come out like your grandmother's." So I said, "Of course." So I went over to her bed and started looking through the drawers, and I didn't see a toothbrush. I went to the bathroom. There wasn't a toothbrush. I went to the nurse's station. There wasn't a toothbrush in the building. So of course, the next day I said, "Let me come back. When I come back tomorrow, I'll bring you a toothbrush." I brought her a toothbrush. I brushed her teeth, flossed her teeth. And then right then I captured her smile. She was so excited because her teeth were loaded with plaque and debris. And us being dental professionals, knowing she's laying in the bed, she's not mobile, she's aspirating all this debris, that's just a bad situation. So my grandmother smoked cigarettes. And I told you she had congestive heart failure. And on that wheelchair, she had oxygen. And she would always say, "Baby, bring me cigarettes up here." I'm like, "Grandmother, you're going to blow this joint up. I'm not bringing you cigarettes." She would beg me. I told her I'm not bringing. That's why you got congestive heart failure. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So every day I would go, I started noticing more and more people that lived in the building coming to her room with their dentures in their cups and their toothbrushes, wanting me to take care of their teeth. So I would do that because this is my grandmother. But one day I went to my grandmother's room and she wasn't in there. And there was a line of people outside her door. And I'm like, it looked like a parade of seniors. So I went to look for my grandmother. She was in the courtyard smoking cigarettes like a chimney. I said, "Grandmother, what's going on?" And she said, "Well, I was telling everybody my granddaughter's a dental hygienist, and if they give me 2 cigarettes, that you would clean their teeth or dentures."
Oh,
so I'm like, "Grandmother, you're bartering me out." But my grandmother ended up transitioning. That was very difficult. But that sparked something in me to know that the people in those long-term care facilities needed this care.
Yeah.
The CNAs just didn't have the time to do it. They didn't know how to do it. And some of them just didn't want to do it. After getting a whole adult dressed, getting their clothes on, giving them a bath. Sometimes when you give them a bath, they use the bathroom again. You have to change them. They fight you, they bite you, they kick you. By the time you get them ready, the CNAs get them ready for breakfast, brushing the teeth is the last thing they want to do.
Right.
So I took it, that's when I became the Geriatric Toothfairy.
I love it.
I adopted that name, the Geriatric Toothfairy, and I started going in training, just on my free time, training the staff. I ended up developing courses for the CNAs. Then my husband and I started going in and doing the oral care for free. And what I believe, that success is attracted to motion. That's my quote on my wall. I kept doing that for free, and it became a business for us. So now we're in 3 states. We're in over 40 nursing homes, and we provide dental care to who I consider our greatest generation, which are our seniors. So we go in every night. I've collaborated with the team of dentists and hygienists, and we don't do this for free. We build the nursing homes and insurance, and it's a whole mobile business. And then from that's how we became, I partnered with Melissa Turner, and that's how we started the Mobile and Teledentistry Conference. So I told you I talk a lot. I'm going to take a breath right now and see what questions you have for me.
Well, first of all, I'm just going to celebrate you because that is such a cool story. And my curiosity is always like, you know, how did you get this name? And then secondly, what a cool way to create value for other people. Now, I have so many questions. Like, so you started it, how did you build it? Like, where did you start? So you did the courses, you started training the CNAs. You and your husband, like, what were your first thoughts? Because you're going somewhere where no one has been.
Well, we did the courses. I made the online platform for the courses for the CNAs. I connected with nurses and the Nurses Association. So now the CNAs can go online and take the courses. A lot of home healthcare companies called me for me to train their home health aides on how to properly take care of the teeth. And one thing I noticed, I could train them on how to brush teeth and how to deal with the dementia patient, but they need to know the diseases and sicknesses connected to poor oral care. I connect the mouth to the body for them. So many non-dental people separate the mouth from oral health, from overall health. So I draw a real good picture about diabetes, heart disease, even urinary tract infections. So many things have been connected. There's over 200 known diseases and sicknesses connected to the mouth. And you know that. I don't have to have that on the show because we all know that we're dental professionals, but that's a separate platform, the training for the CNAs. From out of that, we started our own mobile business. And I did a collaboration with dentists throughout Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. We started collaborating, and we developed a shell of a company, and we started dispersing teams to go into the nursing homes. We build the nursing homes, we build the insurances, we even build the families. So it just works for us.
Yeah, that is awesome. And in a country where, you know, we're aging exponentially, I mean, people are living longer, wouldn't you agree? And it's so cool. I think the oral systemic, you know, conversation is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. What a great time. And the awareness for dentistry is only improving and increasing. You're hitting a great need for the rest of the world. And you created a conference too.
Yeah.
Can you speak? Like, there are there's actually a conference.
Okay, so let me tell you. So Melissa Turner, AKA the Tooth Girl.
Okay.
She and I met online. That's our joke. We met online.
Right.
And it's such a great collaboration because I'm Gen X, she's millennial. I'm in Florida, she's in Portland. I'm Black, she's white. I mean, we just jive. It's so opposite, but I'm an empty nester. She has young kids, but we just complement each other. And over the last 5 or so years, we've become like best friends. But what we did is she was working in healthcare, a public health community center, and I was doing the mobile unit in the nursing homes. And so she and I were talking, and I said, I want to do a conference. She said, I was going to do the same thing. So we collaborated, and we started out just building this. We were just going to have one room in a hotel. We end up having the whole half of the Marriott at the airport in Orlando, Florida. Our first conference had 500 mobile clinicians, dentists, hygienists, and office managers that came from all over the country. Wait for it, and even out of the country.
That is awesome.
We have partnerships in Germany, Australia, and Afghanistan. So we partner with mobile dentists and hygienists all over the country and all over the world. So that conference, the first one was in Orlando, Florida, 500. The next year was the pandemic, but it was toward the end of the pandemic, so we still had it. It was about 250 people. This year was our third year. We had it in Vegas with an amazing 350 and 150 online. Wow. So 2023, we're going big, or we're staying home. We're going to Texas, Dallas. So it's going to be in Dallas, Texas. And it's just an amazing event. We have people that talk about how to start your mobile dental company, how to make money in mobile dentistry. Melissa and I talk about how mobile dentistry is for the grown and sexy, because we're bringing sexy back to dentistry. And it's just so many parts in it. How to start your business, the fundraising and everything. And other mobile clinicians talk about it, but there are mobile clinicians doing great things all over this world. And it's from geriatric, pediatric to pop-up. The thing that got me was non-dental. Let me tell you about this, my dental colleagues. There's a company called Jet Dental. It's not owned by dentists. It's owned by, I think these guys are, they used to be marketers of some sort, but they do pop-up dentistry.
What is that?
Let me tell you. Mm-hmm. And they're in over, I think 25, 30 states, if not more. They'll call a company like Coca-Cola and they'll say, hey, we want to bring dental care to your staff. We know, you got to look up their commercial, jetdental.com. We know that many people will not use their dental benefits unless they have a toothache. This is their tagline. So they say, but we'll bring dentistry to your office so that you don't have to have people miss work. So we'll send a list in, you give us everybody's name. Of course, everybody that worked there all had the same PPO insurance. We'll get a pre-authorization. They come in with these vans, they carry this, they say, just give us a conference room, the break room or something. They bring these pop-up chairs, suction, everything. They do cleanings, extractions, fillings. They do, I don't know if they do root canals, but I'm sure they do, because they bring a dentist, an assistant, and then sometimes they bring a dentist and a hygienist. They do x-rays, everything on site. So they're taking, to me, dentistry to the people. And as Americans, you know, our Chick-fil-A in every country, the drive-through line is so long because we like just people to bring us stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking dentistry to the people, and it works for them. That pop-up dentistry is big. So some people think that mobile dentistry is just for the underserved, but no, it's not. Mobile dentistry is for everyone. And a lot of the mobile dentists at the last conference, they were saying how busy they were during the pandemic because people wasn't going out. And some mobile dentists, like Jet Dental, they take mobile dentistry supplies inside of a building. That's what we do. We don't take older people out of the nursing home and put them in a van. We do pop up in a nursing home. And so, but during the pandemic, people who were doing mobile with the engines, I say, they were actually going in people's driveway and doing root canals and repairing dentures and partials and doing extraction. So they never really stopped working. Wow. The mobile dentists continue to work. So my cry and my encourage to dentists in the brick and mortar, which we love, I encourage them to extend the arm outside of their practice with teledentistry and mobile dentistry. Maybe send your hygienist out to people that may be in a nursing home or to a school, give them the teledentistry camera and let them do the exams. You can send them with the camera. You could do the dentist could do the exams. The hygienist could do the cleaning, and that frees up a chair in your office for a specialist. But you didn't ask me all that, but that was a tip from the Toothfairy.
You're the best. I love this. And I have so many, this is an area of dentistry in full transparency I am not aware of. Like I understand it.
Now you
know.
And
I know you and I have met before. And we met during the conference, the COVID conference, and I have so many questions. So if I'm looking into this and I want to come to your conference, Sonya, and you're talking to me, what do you find that most people get wrong about this area of dentistry, mobile dentistry or pop-up dentistry? What do they least understand, even if they're a dental professional?
I think they least understand how to get started.
Okay.
People don't understand that there's steps in getting started. Just like there's steps in starting your brick and mortar practice, there's steps in getting started in mobile. But one thing, let me tell you, during the pandemic, I did so many webinars to dental students that did not want to come out of school and with over $200,000 worth of debt and then getting another $200,000 worth of debt and open a practice. These younger millennials, they understand the power in these cell phones. They have apps out there where people can order their dentist to come to their door like an Uber. So these younger dentists that are coming out of school, they're like, oh man, let me pay my student loans off. Then maybe I'll think about opening up a practice, or maybe I'll think about being an associate. But a lot of them are going mobile dentistry.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And the financial model, what will we least understand? It just seems like it would be hard to get support. And what I'm observing from you is you guys have figured it out, on the business side.
It's not hard to get support. No,
Really?
Especially it's not hard. There's so many people who want mobile. There's so many people now working from home. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine? I met one dentist, a young dentist out of California. All she does, she has the van and she goes to stay-home moms.
Love it.
And she'll get a whole zip code and she targeted that, splashed it out with marketing. Those mothers are calling her, she has a waiting list in certain zip codes. And if it's a mother and a father and 2 or 3 kids, and you do all of those exams and cleanings and whatever they need, and then go to another one, you made your production and you're staying in the area. So you would know that everybody knows gas is outrageous right now, but you're staying in that same area. So you just kind of driving around, but you're bringing it to them. Let me give you something else. This one dentist made. Oh, he's such a genius. He's in Atlanta. He does, ready for it? You got to tell me you're ready for it.
I'm ready for it. Give it to me.
Okay. He does mobile ortho.
Whoa. Okay.
He does mobile ortho and Invisalign. He goes to a space, texts all his people, tell them when they're going to be there. They line up and come to him, and he has a big bus. He has an old school bus. Can you tell me the overhead that this dentist is not paying?
It's probably pretty low, I would imagine.
Tell me when you're ready.
Tell me, I got to know.
Now, orthodontists, once they place the braces, their assistants do everything else.
Right.
So all he has on that van is his assistant.
Okay.
So he's making money while he's sleeping.
Yeah. He's probably got people lined up.
It's just amazing. So let me tell you how he gets around this, which I thought was pure genius. He'll say, listen, I'm partnering with a dentist that has a brick and mortar building and they're open this day. I'm going to pull my van here. All of my people, you come, we can get your adjustments, pay online. Everybody pay online. Okay, you say, well, how can he do that? The dentist is not there. He's parking a lot. The dentist is in the building. He goes to different dental offices. Isn't that genius? See, mobile dentistry allows us to think outside the box.
Yeah, and you're pushing
outside the box.
Yeah, my box is really small up here, so you're really that is brilliant. Yeah. That is absolutely brilliant. I love
some amazing things going on in the mobile world. I think if someone wants to diversify their financial portfolio as a dental professional, they should really think about mobile dentistry. Maybe come to the conference, because there's a lot of dentists who have brick and mortar, but they, like I said, they extend that mobile arm and that teledentistry arm outside of their practice, and they're making extra money because they're freeing up a chair and they're still making money. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of ways. It depends on the state you're in, but they're at the conference. That's what we help people figure out. That's what we do. It's just an amazing time.
Yeah. So the conference is in Texas. What date? What are the dates? Give me the date.
It is the first Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in March of 2023. I think let me get there. I think it's the second, third. It is March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of 2023. So save the date. And
All
here
right.
in Frisco, Texas, we have an amazing time. We have mobile vans there for people to tour. But like I say, I don't want people to think that mobile dentistry is only in a van. There's pop-up mobile dentistry. There's so many different types of different mobile dentistry that people do. And it's just an amazing opportunity. And it all started with my grandmother, with me.
That's
And
so awesome.
So, we as people, we don't realize that everything in life just happens for a reason. But some people get stuck. Like I could have got stuck with my grandmother dying. I'm never going in another nursing home. I could have stopped right there. But I pressed past that. And now look at it now. We're in several states. We're taking care of several seniors, with hundreds and hundreds of seniors. We're educating hundreds and hundreds of nurses. And I can't do great things. But I can do a lot of small things greatly.
Oh,
and
I
that's
love
what
it.
Dr. Martin Luther King said. And I live with that. I live by that. I'm not a great person. I can't do great things. I don't have all the money, and I'm not a superstar.
Hold on. Oh gosh, I bumped right into my sound. Stop. I bumped in.
People gonna cut this part out.
No, they'll cut that part out. I just bumped into my thing here. But okay, go back to
some water.
No, go back to. You are doing amazing things, and so I have no doubt that the energy that you bring to all of this just only grows what you're doing. Now, you mentioned this before we went live. You have a special award, the Denobodies. Like I gotta
it's the Denobi Awards.
Okay, wait, back up. What you got to tell us what it is? How did you? Wait, did you create it? Like, what did you? And tell us what. Okay. What do you do?
So myself and Melissa Turner, which is my business partner, aka the Tooth Girl.
Okay.
She and I we were doing the National Mobile in Teledentistry Conference.
Okay.
And from the conference, we started seeing all these great people in dentistry that no one knew about. No one knew some of the great things that people are just doing. We only see the high level rock stars. So we said we need to highlight the Denobodies in dentistry.
I love it.
The nobodies that people call the nobodies, but they're not nobodies. So it's called the Denobi Awards, and it's the last day of our conference. It's a red carpet event. We roll out the carpet. Last year it was sponsored by Patterson. So the winners, it's about 10 winners and one community winner, and they get a crystal plaque award, and they get this. They do a speech and they're honored that day. It's the Denobi Awards for the nobodies in dentistry. Now, everybody is somebody, but certain people think that there's nobodies out here, and we want to highlight those people. So that's the Denobi Awards. It's on the Saturday evening of the conference, and it's an all-out event. If anybody wants to know about it, go to nmdcconference.com, and you'll see everything about the conference and the Denobi Awards. It's an amazing honor.
Yeah, give us let's highlight one of them. So give me an example, because I really believe what you're saying on the unsung heroes. This is a great opportunity.
Oh man, let me pull up the website. There was so many of them. See, I don't want to highlight somebody and then they say, well, why you don't highlight me? You don't have to say
their names, but okay,
let me see.
Give me a story. I love a story.
Paul Glassman he's a good one. He's the one, he's like a godfather of teledentistry. Mm-hmm. He was one. And then Dr. Brooke Fukio. I may not be saying. Have you heard of her?
No. Tell me more.
Okay, let me tell you about Dr. Brooke. Dr. Brooke is an amazing dentist. And all she does is service special needs people. She services them, adults, in their garage. She'll service them in their bathrooms, because some people with adults, especially adults with special needs, they do not like to go out. They don't like noises. They don't like sounds. And she's developed the whole training program for their family members, how to do oral care. And I think she's in Iowa or Oregon, one of the two. Okay. But she has a whole platform where she takes care of special needs people.
That's awesome.
No one, she doesn't make a whole bunch of money doing that, but it's needed.
Yeah.
But who would know her? Who would know her name?
Right.
But the Denobis recognized it. Those people recognized it. That she services. That's a dentist. There's a hygienist named Lancette. And she was a hero during COVID. She went out and gave COVID shots all over Vegas. She does pop-up free oral cancer screenings and free dental cleanings in Vegas on the street out of her own pocket.
Wow.
Who would know that? And she rallied in Vegas, in Nevada area, for other hygienists to be able to give shots, the COVID shot, because it was needed.
Right.
So she put in countless and countless hours doing all of this work. And then there was one other, I think those are the only two I'm going to highlight, but because no one really knows their names. But these were great people. And it's just go to the website, look at the link. We have a lady that, this one is great. Okay. Jennifer Holland.
Tell me more.
Okay. I knew we were doing this. I would have had the picture.
That's okay.
Jennifer Holland was born deaf.
Oh my.
She was born deaf. She invented a light called the telescope. And it hooks to your iPhone and has a little plastic thing on the end that's disposable, but you could put it in your mouth and you could see all the way in the back of the throat and do good oral cancer screenings. And on the phone, you can circle and highlight stuff. Now, she invented it because when she was young, she was deaf, and so many doctors are looking at her mouth, and she just got like a sore throat with having to open her mouth so much, and ears and mouth, with people looking at her mouth. And then her daughter and children start having those same problems. So she invented something. Now the telescope, anybody can Google it. She's won prizes and getting awards. It's a great instrument that mobile dentists are using and medical doctors are using. And her name is Jennifer Holland, and she invented the telescope. And no one would have known her story. She taught herself how to talk, being deaf, and now she's just making a lot of money with things she's invented.
Yeah.
So who would have known about that?
Nobody. That's so cool. So how do you
find nobodies, right?
I know.
And she's not even a dental professional.
I love it. So how do you find out about these people? Do you have other people like nominate them?
Yeah, people nominate them. The nominations will probably open in July, and people send in videos. They send in videos. Awesome. About people. We get so many nominees. It's crazy. Our board has to pick. Melissa and I cannot pick because we want everybody to win. But people, one lady, I can't pronounce her name. I'm going to mess it up.
It's okay. It's okay. Tell me the story.
A lot of free oral cancer screenings because her 30-something-year-old brother died from oral cancer.
Wow.
And she just went out and just dedicated she's a dentist, her whole career to bring oral cancer awareness about, to start doing free oral cancer screenings because she know how important it is in young people. So people like that who are saving lives and changing lives. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. What you are doing is you're changing the world. I love it. What is in the future? I know you're a great thinker. I know you've got what's on the horizon for you? We're going to do a recap show in like a couple months or maybe every year. Just find out what you're up to. What are you up to next?
Well, right now I'm actually working with Delta Dental and partnering with them. We have a trailer that we're going to be going into the community and doing free dentistry for our adults. Okay. So that's what's big now. To put Delta Dental is on this big kick right now for aging adults. And you said something in the beginning. We are living longer with the technologies. I have seniors that are 100 years old, and we're keeping our teeth because we have great dentists. Right. And hygienists. So we're keeping and assistants. People are keeping their teeth longer. So we're on what's going on now is we're going to keep our business going, but I just want to give back. People always say, what would you do if you could do it for free? Well, this is something I could do for free. And I'm working with Delta Dental, and a lot of big organizations have reached out to me, and they want to do stuff in the community. They want to put their hands around our seniors, because a lot of people feel as we age, we fade. And when during the pandemic, I was talking about going into the nursing homes and taking care of people's teeth. And I've got emails back and people texted me, and I knew they had to be younger people saying, why do you even care they're about to die? People just don't see seniors. They don't see older people. And that's a sad thing. I'm going to share this with you. I was in a grocery store with my daughter. She's 27. Her and her friend, and we were walking in the grocery store. And it was we were walking toward an older lady. She had to be in her 80s or 90s. And her bag, she dropped her bag. And she started to bend down to pick it up. My daughter and her friend were all walking in tangent to one another. So I walked to the lady and I bent down to help her, because the worst thing a senior can do is bend down, because they seem to fall and break a hip or something. So I went to her and bent down to help her. My daughter and her friend kept walking. So after the lady got her situated and helped her get going on her way, I went to my daughter. I said, "Why didn't you help me?" She said, both of them said, "Help me with what?" I said, "You didn't see the lady?" They was like, "No." A lot of people, older people, are invisible to them. They're fading. Sometimes younger people, and I'm not saying all younger people, but gray-haired people, they don't even see them. And that's just not something I'm saying. It's statistics that's showing it.
Right.
So I just want to bring awareness that just because people age don't mean they fade. And all you have to do is keep waking up, keep eating breakfast, and one day you'll have that gray hair.
Yeah.
You'll be that lady on the stage. Just keep eating breakfast, and that's going to happen to you. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And what you're saying is absolutely true. In no time, we'll be those people. But you're exactly right. Like, you got to give them love, and you're doing it. I just love your energy. I love your thought process. I love how you... I think you're onto some very big, great things, even more so than what you're doing now. And I'm so grateful to have you on. And I want people to follow you. I want them to find you. So if I'm listening and I've never heard you before, I've never heard the Geriatric Toothfairy, I'm just hearing about you now. Where do I find out more? Where do I go to find out more about what you do?
A great place to go is to my Instagram, which is geriatric_toothfairy. That's a great place to go. Or SonyaDunbar.com. I do a lot of speaking at conferences and events, dental conferences, nursing events, hospital conferences, dental hygiene conferences. I'm very active on the speaking spectrum about different things as it pertains to the geriatric oral health and the aging mouth and mobile and teledentistry. Also, the conference, NMDconference.com. So it's SonyaDunbar.com, Geriatric _Toothfairy at Instagram, or NMDconference.com.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. And I'd love to have you back, and maybe do an annual finding heroes in dentistry, which you're doing. Like I said, it's just amazing. So I'm so glad I was able to get you on and hear more about your story. So thank you. Any last thoughts you have for us today? Just any words of advice, wonderful words of wisdom for anybody listening?
I would just encourage people to look around at our aging adults and just spread a little smile, a little love, and a little respect for them when they come into the office. Just please, a lot of offices, our seniors fade out and we don't know where they go. Let's follow them. If we've been taking care of their teeth all of their adult life, just because they get old and maybe moving with their children into a nursing home, that's our arm we can extend out. We don't have to drop them just because they become invisible to some people. As dental professionals, let's don't have invisible people. Is that fair?
That's completely fair. And I think it's wonderful what you just said. You said it so eloquently. So thank you for coming on the show, Sonya. I'm so grateful. And let's have you stick around while I say goodbye to everybody else. But thank you guys for listening to the Best Practice Show podcast. Please check out what Sonya's doing. It is making a huge impact and making a big difference in the world. I have no doubt. If I can get to your conference, I'm going to make it, because I think I would just enjoy it, just being around. And I want to find a way to highlight the Denobis and once a year or whatever. Maybe we can talk about that. But like I said, we're going to put links in the show notes. So if you're listening on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, don't even worry. We're taking notes for you. So you can flip up to the notes. You're going to see links to everything Sonya shared. You could just click right on links. It'll take you to her conference and all those other things. So make sure you check that out. So until we see you guys next time, or you hear from us next time, keep watching the Best Practices Show. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.